Sunday. Let's take a leg and let's dig it. Let me get situated here. Wait for some people to get notified. I hope everyone had a blessed week and a great weekend. As you can see, I'm representing Eagles because they're going to the Super Bowl. Even though I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, I will root for the Eagles if my Steelers aren't in it. So, big night here with them winning the Super Bowl. Hello, Mystic. How are you, darling? Let me put my glasses on. I don't have the best picture as my thing. Hi, Voon. Happy Sunday. How are you? How are you? How are you? Just running around like a nut. Hello, Shelly and Anthony. Happy Sunday. So, hello, Erin. Hi, Sis. Hi, Mel. Hi, Boone. And Mystic. Hello, Paul Honeyman from England. How are you, my friend? Hope you're feeling well. Don't mind all the green. Went out earlier and watched the Super Bowl over at Jay's. So, I have a special picture for Paul. So, yeah. Somebody's texting, but I don't know who that is. So yeah, happy Sunday. Welcome in, welcome in. And yeah, been having internet issues, which I was here forever yesterday, still screwed up. Oh, really? That stinks. Part of me doesn't want to wear this hat anymore. How am I doing? I am hanging in there. I had a rough morning this morning, like mental health type of issues with my anxiety. It was just really bad. And then I just pushed myself to do what I had to do, and I managed. JLB and Tackle Outdoors popping in to say hello. Well, hello. Happy Sunday. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Thank you for popping in. Let's see. Love the pick, Mel. Thanks, Aaron. Hi. Oh, my. Love the pick, Mel. Okay. Yeah, I have a special picture for Paul. So, yeah. Figured he'd get a kick out of it. So glad to see Boone here. Last week, people were asking about her and how she's doing. We said a bunch of prayers that she gets stronger and stronger every day. And yeah. I think I was told to send Paul Honeyman the picture that was made specifically for him to his instant messenger on Facebook, as I like to call it. So last week when I was discussing like what type of vegetables you could start now, I left out spinach in case anyone watches it back. Completely left spinach off the list of things you could get, you could start now to get a jump start inside your house. Last week I said cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, celery, head lettuce, onions, parsley, many of your perennial flowers inside by the end of the month. Your herbs, and then I definitely left out spinach. So if you're looking to know what's a plan, there you go. And if anybody has the capabilities of sharing this out, I would greatly appreciate it. I still can't get rid of this cold. Wish it would go away already. Yeah. Hi, Rooster. Hey, Mel. Sorry I haven't gone back with you, sis. Been over the top busy farming, rebuilding a tractor, and breaking ice for the cattle. My apologies. Oh, no, that's okay. That's okay. Weird blur. I only called once because I didn't want to be a bug. And then my niece was coming in from Maryland last night, and I wanted to go into Mad Shad's live, and I'm like, you on your way? Because they had to come down because my niece's husband's, who's battling cancer, his mom's really sickly. And while I was over watching the Super Bowl with Jay, I got a text on my phone that she has stage 4 cancer, so she's not going to make it. So that's quite devastating. So lots of prayers for my niece Erin and her husband Fred. It's his mom. So I think they're just going to discharge her from the hospital to come home and pass on. So very, very sad news. So lots of prayers for my family. But that's okay, Rooster. There is Mad Shad. Greetings from the Erie Coast. I wanted to come in last night, but I was like waiting and waiting for my niece to pull up outside. And, she didn't get here till later. Yeah, Jean's been sick for a good couple days. I was like a little worried I was going to get sick. But, yeah, what are you going to do? But hi, Mad Shad. How are you, my friend? Love the picture. I got my teeth raring to chomp. Mel, you ain't seen nothing yet. We plotted and schemed against you about a particular picture. Let me show you. I'll try to show you the best I can. Let me stand up. Because, I'm a Steelers girl. But these pants are so cool. Can you see these? They're all like Eagles. My niece gave me these last night. And then, of course, because I don't have Eagles gear, this is Jay's hat. And these 2 shirts are jeans. She loaned them to me today to go over Jay's to watch the Super Bowl because I will support the Eagles. My sons love them. And they're going to the Super Bowl. So, yeah, that was my get up. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello. Boom was in bed early last week. Yep, that's what we figured. I said that you were still feeling weak and tired. Yes, I did, Erin. You're welcome, Boone. I love you. Let's see. Hey, Paul, you're welcome for taking it. Jay's on there now. Yeah, he did. He took a picture and said, send this to Paul as if I had like his cell phone number. And I'm like, I don't have his cell number. I think I'd have to send it through, I guess like Facebook Instant Messenger if I could find him on there. So yes, you could thank Jay for taking that photo that you will love. So everyone say hello to Jay, who I just spent most of the day with. Helped him get an older TV out that was dark. He bought a new one, so we had to get the one down, get it out, and then get the other one up the steps. So I did that when I got there to help him out. And then we got to eat some good food. Hello, Miss Tina Ladybug. How are you? Happy Sunday. Hey there, Melody and everyone. How are you? I hope that you had a blessed weekend. JLB Tackle Outdoor says, Paul Honeyman is a very attractive mod at Bake a Leg. He needs a raise. I'll get a raise. No worries. Yeah, Boone's been working very, very hard. Hello, Tiger454. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Hope you had a blessed weekend. Saying hello, y'all. So yeah, I don't know. Mystic was up for me. I was feeling kind of crappy the other day and I took a swig of my fire cider. If you've never made that, make it. Which I need to take a sip of that now. Jean has upper respiratory, I guess clogged in the head. And I woke up this morning like with a headache and was feeling just not good. And I was like, I'm great. So I came out, my voice sounded weird. I'm like, you hear that? I'm going to be sick for the first time in like 4 years. Jean was like, sorry. It's like, well, what are you going to do? So I'm just going to drink some more of my fire cider. And hopefully I don't catch it. Absolutely check out Mad Shad. Just funny. At Bake a Leg, where are you located? Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania. Let's see. Yeah, so just not good news. Yeah, definitely prayers for sure. Hello, Mr. Joe Morgan. Yeah, she sent it to me like I finally was feeling like okay being at Jay's, and then this text came in and She's like, I think, because my niece said she bought the pants and she couldn't get them up a leg. She's like, I know my Aunt Mel can front those pants. And then her text came in about how they went to church, left church, and got the news that her husband's, which is Fred, who's battling bone cancer. His mom was filling up with fluid and her heart wasn't pumping that good. And then I guess the news came in today that said that she has stage 4 cancer. It's like in her pancreas, some other places. So that's terrible. And they're living in Maryland and she's here in, like the city in Pennsylvania. And I said he needs to, get here and say everything he needs to say so that you don't end up living with regrets. It's a shame. She said he was really distraught, which is understandable. So they're going to have that now to deal with. So I just feel terrible. Terrible. But thank you, everyone. Lots of prayers for them. Let's see. How are you, Mr. Joe Morgan? Anybody watch the football game tonight? Is this not going? Everybody's saying hello. Tina's our girl. I keep forgetting you actually have a channel. She does. Yeah, when you're working around a lot of kids, they get you sick. Look at Paul Honeyman saying, thanks, Jay. Yeah, I mean, the picture that I put up for this live is just one that he took in the living room. I don't know how clear it is, but yeah, that was me. And then he did an extra picture for Paul Honeyman. Let's see. Posting all the links. Melody, I finally got the darn lung infection beaten, which is my good news. I now have to get a vehicle ASAP as my car has just been returned with a get rid ASAP from my mechanic. That sucks. The car part. The clearing up the lung part. Amazing. So glad to hear that you're on the road to recovery. And unfortunately, don't they say to save for a rainy day? Not that we all follow that, but yeah, you may have to do what you have to do because you need wheels, right? Just don't buy a lemon. Oh, you Brewster. Ooh, the Bengals just tied it up. I really wanted the 49ers to lose. The Bengals, I don't like the Bengals because of how crappy they played with Pittsburgh. Like literally out to kill a couple players. And I know those 2 players are gone now, but I just don't care for that team. And I felt like the 49ers, if you watched that game, I was ticked. I said, there's kids watching. They're acting like, bad sportsmanship because the one guy was punching on the other guy. Of course, he got thrown out, which was at the end of the game. But I'm like, kids watch that. What kind of example are they setting, when they have all that money? So that was the most disgusting part of the game today. I think the Eagles came on at 3:05 or 3:30, so I think I made it back here by 7:30, which was good because I helped Jean with a couple more things. Jean did a Thanksgiving dinner here today for family that was out of state from California, and it was like a whole, there was a lot of people in the house, and I wanted out because I don't want to get sick. So yeah, but I helped her. I did deviled eggs and stuff like that prior, and then when I got back, when Jay dropped me off, she saved me her turkey carcass. So that's in the pot covered with water. And it's really cold here, so it's outside completely covered, and I will put that on tomorrow because I think she has to go visit her daughter and see family members off. So I'll get the turkey going, the leftover turkey. I'll take the meat off and get turkey stock. I'm going to put some celery and carrots and onions and stuff in that. And then I have my turkey to do. So yeah. Let's see. Belt loop. Hello, Gary. Oh, I like the new little The new little bright yellow. That's awesome. That's hello, my friend. I've missed you. How have you been? Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Thank you for coming. Miss Gary. That is such good news, Paul, to be about to core, but your health is more important. Amen. Suzanne, and hello, Suzanne. Happy Sunday. Sweetie, how you doing? And remember last week we were talking about things to grow. I left spinach off the list last week. And I think for people that were really concerned about growing something indoors, AeroGarden or the knockoff version of the AeroGarden, especially if it's apartments, because at least then you can grow some lettuce, because that came up last week. I forget who had said it, that they're not allowed to grow anything or whatever. How could they grow inside? I think an AeroGarden might be the way to go, and you can do micro tomatoes. So that's an idea. Yeah, I'm glad his infection's gone too. So how you been, Gary? Belt loop in the house. Let's see. Doing okay, just doing the work thing. I saw Mel was on, and so I'm dropping by, just chilling, really. So how many of you watched the football game? I feel like I want to take this off. I'm going to have like cat hair, because I, had my hair down today. I was just wearing it like this. But it's kind of like getting on my nerves, this hat a little bit, which this is Jay's hat. So, let's see. Yeah, so Rooster, you're going to have to let me know when it's a good time to call. We need to catch up. It's always a pleasure to see you, Mel. Just been running around like a chicken with its head cut off. I hear you there, but I'm really happy to see you. Carol Ann's in here. Carol Ann Henderson. Hello, Carol. Good to see you. Hello, Melody. Happy Sunday. Dollar Tree has their seats out. Yeah, I'm going to see about getting there. Not so much for me, really. But I think I'm a little shy of 2,000 subscribers. And I want to stay in this gardening community so bad, but I really don't know where I'm going to be. So I may not be gardening this year unless I use my AeroGarden in my SUV. And from now on, I am going to say this, and I'm not saying this to be disrespectful, but if anyone wants to donate, please do it to the Cash App or the PayPal, because it was like $209 on that Love Raid. I didn't get paid this month either. Like, I haven't even seen it. But I went under and I looked under analytics, and it's saying like $1.30 from $209. So they definitely take a cut off of it if anybody wants to, instead of doing super chats or super stickers, unless I really need it to go over 100, then I'll mention that. But send it to Cash App. The link's in my bio, or PayPal if you feel ever so generous and want to help out. Because that's just ridiculous to take. Almost like $70, $80 from the super chats. That's insane. Totally insane. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there. But yeah, to the seeds, I think I want to get some seeds so I can do like, when I get to 2,000 subscribers, which I'm almost there. So if you're not already subscribed, maybe think about subscribing and sticking around here. I want to give some Dollar Tree seeds out, dollar store, because I believe in them. They do grow. And when I was moving, I gave Debbie a bag full of dollar store seeds. She doesn't really buy seeds, and she can't really afford it. And y'all know she helped me out tremendously with packing. Look, I'm getting static cling. She helped me out tremendously with packing. And I gave her like cabbages and stuff like that so she could try to start growing her own food, and a bunch of trays and cups and things like that. So yeah, so good to know, Debbie, good to know. So yeah, how are you, Debbie? I hope that you had a blessed weekend. Caroline Henderson saying hello to Paul. Been a very strange couple months. It sure has. Did Philly win? They did. The Eagles won. As you very well know, Steelers is my number one team. But then I will support the Eagles. My sons love the Eagles. I have friends that love the Eagles, and I was rooting for them today, big time too. Well, the last few games I've been rooting for them, and yeah, they won. Um, and now they're going to the Super Bowl. And now it's just whoever's playing now. The Bengals, and I don't know who else is playing, will determine who the Eagles play in the Super Bowl. So I'm happy for my kids. I called Jarrett right away, like a little after the game was over, and said, Congratulations, Jarrett, which is my youngest son, on your team winning. And did you get to watch it? And he said that he was working at Red Lobster. He only had 3 tables. And I said, Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, hon. And he said, Well, they did have 3, 4 TVs on. I'm like, Well, that's good. But he only got 3 tables, and it's because it was so dead, because everybody was obviously in or somewhere else watching the Eagles. But he said that's okay, because 2 nights ago or something, he got 5 tables that tipped him really good. So I congratulated him on his team winning, and told him where I was at and the food that I had. My other son went out last night, so I didn't see him post anything. He's probably hungover and just stayed in and watched the game at home today, because he has work tomorrow. So yeah. Let's see. Okay, so I answered that. The Eagles, yep, they won. Rooster says Eagles look tough. Yep, they did pretty good. They did pretty good. You know, it's a little cray-cray when you're in the city of Philadelphia. I read an article yesterday. It was the 76ers were playing and tonight, and then the Eagles today. And they were already greasing the telephone poles, or like the light posts down there, so people can't climb them and get all stupefied crazy. But you can guarantee if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, the city is going to be rocking. I mean, they only ever won once before, which was really hard on me, because I was in my place at the time, and I was Uncle Louie's caretaker who had cancer, and he was trying to stay alive to watch the Eagles win their very first Super Bowl, and he died 2 days before they won the Super Bowl. So I think when it comes to the Eagles and them getting that close to the Super Bowl, it means something to me, between Uncle Louie, who passed away 2 days before, and my sons love them. So I wear a hat anytime I'm not sleeping. A lot of people will be like, no, you can wear a hat. You know, hats like look good on you. And this one's a little bit bigger. I didn't want to adjust his strap. I did like the zigzag. I didn't want to adjust his strap, so I don't use like a hairband. I just pull it through the back, and bingo. So yeah. But I like baseball hats. I just like them a little bit tighter on my head. Caroline Henderson says, Hi, beautiful. Where's my deviled eggs? You don't like chicken eggs. You know, that was a funny conversation me and Jay had. He's like, I know they say chicken eggs are good and blah, 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 blah. He's just not into it. So I boiled a couple of my chicken eggs for Jean. I think she said do 6. I think I did 7, so she can make deviled eggs today. Again, Gina's been very, very nice. I chose to kind of get out of here because there was a lot of people. I think she was having 12 to 16 people here for dinner, and I don't want to be around all those germs, and there really wasn't a whole lot of room, and there was a gazillion dogs. So Jay needed help moving TVs anyway, so I figured I would go there and hang out with him and watch the Eagles. So let's see. I feel like I say that all the time. Oh, that is terrible melody. Yep. Always something. People are saying hello to Jay. Debbie says Dollar Tree did not have the microgreen seeds though. I don't think, honestly, I really would have to think. I'm getting buku, in case you haven't watched it. I know Voon has, and people that have been subscribers of mine a long time, but if you haven't been a long time subscriber, I think I'm the first one that made those dollar store stackables really popular. And Jay like melted a hole down them and put the steel pole. Those bad boys did so good. And I'm getting comments from a video from 2 years ago. A lot of comments. People are like, yours look great. And I'm going to go watch the steel pole video. So I'm getting a lot of comments on some of my older videos. And I think because they're out in the dollar store, that's why I'm getting a lot more new comments. I also wanted to bring to your attention, I don't know if it's worth it for you. Okay, so the dollar store has those stackables. They're in. Get them while you can. And some people said they ordered them online. I heard if you order them online, you have to pay a shipping cost. If you order them to go to your local dollar store, then you don't have to pay the shipping costs, but do your own research, but highly recommend them. But somebody that left me a comment said that the micro ones are out, and I just don't see any use for that, me personally, even if I wasn't in the boat that I'm in. Um, Maybe for herbs, like I was thinking about it. I'm like, no, I'm not really into the micro ones. Then I thought about it. I was like, that would be good to mention to my subscribers that if you don't have a lot of space, they have the micros, those stackables, but they're micros. And that might be good to do like some parsley or cilantro. I don't know about basil in there, but as long as you keep pruning it, it could do pretty well. So if you're interested in the micro stackables, they're out now. And thank you to Debbie for giving the heads up that the dollar store seeds are out. So go run as fast as you can because the zinnia is all germinated. I had lettuces that all germinated, but my friend Debbie is, I think, 66 young, and she was doing all that packing and helping me. And when I was putting my seeds away, I found a buku amount of dollar store seeds, and I gave her like a bag full so that she could be a little bit more self-sufficient and, you know, cut back on her grocery bill and be able to grow some things. So I did tell her the same thing I just told everyone else, and that is to start your cabbages. And, so we had that phone conversation. But yeah, I don't think I saw microgreens there to get to this point. I don't think I've ever seen microgreens there. Boone gave me microgreens. Jay says, I see you stole my hat. Have you seen my underwear? He wanted me to, he said it was okay if I borrowed his other hat, folks. I think it's like, what is it? Is it like a gray color or it might be black? And then the eagle here lights up. And I didn't want to burn out the dude's battery. So I'm like, no, this one's fine. I'll just borrow this one and wear it for live tonight. So I have to give him this hat back when he drops my food off. Because my bowl suddenly got left there. Suzanne says, laugh out loud, Jay. Glad to hear it. I was so. Yeah. Gary says that he loves to cheddar biscuits at Red Lobster. That's where my son has his second job, which is Jarrett, because he's trying to make money. He wants to get a car. And oh yeah, there's Paul posting my Cash App because that's just crazy. When they did that love raid, I think it was $209 and it's like $1.30 and I still haven't even seen it yet. That's nuts. So if anyone from here on out wants to be generous and make a donation, I would definitely recommend the Cash App and then the PayPal second. But I mean, anybody that sent me anything through PayPal, I've gotten, but they take like a couple cents to $1, But Cash App, from what I've heard and learned, they don't take anything at all. And YouTube to take that much, 30-40%, is just crazy. So he's posting the links now. Thank you, Paul. No, you're funny, Paul. It says, I'm sorry, stepped out with the smell need. We were just talking about when I got that love raid and people donated $209. And the last I checked the analytics, because usually you get paid with YouTube between the 20th, the 23rd. I haven't seen any of it yet. And then I looked under analytics and it said it was like $1.30. So they took like 30-40% from that. And I was stating if anyone feels ever so generous to want to donate, to me, to not do super chats or super stickers anymore. Just send it right to a Cash App or straight to PayPal, because that's crazy for YouTube to get that much money, when I really, really need it. So that's a real bummer. So that's what I was just discussing as you were coming in, which is Tiger. So hello, happy Sunday. So I'm starting to think I still don't have a date. No date was given yet. So the other thing I'm going to be working on now, let me backtrack just a second about the heater from Laura and a lot of the conversation about the carbon monoxide. I get it. I watched Girl in the Woods yesterday. She's the same one, and she used a Coleman and just screwed it right in. And I was like, huh. I understand, you could go through those Colemans pretty quickly, but what I was thinking, would it be better for me to get the hose with the gold thing so you can fill up the Coleman tanks and not use that big of a tank? I don't know if that would make a difference for the Buddy heater, but yeah, Laura sent me that last week, which is amazing. And now I'm hearing it's easier to get warm in a vehicle if you're going to be living in it than it is to get cooled off. So I did put a reasonable fan inside my Amazon wish list to keep me and the dogs cool, because I wasn't even thinking that no matter how long this goes on, if I'm in that vehicle when it's hot, that's going to be brutal. So I did add a fan into the Amazon wish list if you'd like to go over and take a look. It's just survival things that are in there. So, but welcome in, Tiger. Belt loop, I do too. I love deviled eggs too. That's why my underwear has stars and stripes. Unusual, just stripes. Jay's funny. Rooster saying, smash that thumbs up, please. Yeah, I don't know. Some people don't get the notification. I know I said I would try to get on my laptop so it would be advertised, like, I don't know, some days in advance. But I still can't get my laptop to stop that camera from popping up. And I was going to work on it. I took my laptop with me. I was going to work on it in days, but we were invested in the game, and he bought all the food. So a thank you to Jay, and picked me up, treated me to a coffee. We had what? Like Big Bay scallops, he had shrimp, he had steak, he had olives. Am I missing anything? Brussels sprouts. So yeah, that was very, very yummy. And I left my bowl there, which, for me, who's thin, I could eat that for like 3 days. So yeah, that was really, really nice of Jay. Thank you, Paul, for breaking that down. Oh, did you really, Mystic? Homestead with Hannah. Hello, girl. I feel like I always miss the good stuff at the dollar stores. Well, go online. So it's the dollar store stackables, but welcome in. Happy Sunday. Dollar store stackables, those things I did a couple years back where I didn't even think they were popular, and my video is very successful, and people are leaving me recent comments on them. They're supposedly available at the dollar store. Their seeds are available at the dollar stores, Debbie said. And I've used dollar store seeds before. The zinnia is, it all grows, every bit of it. And they're like $4. So, but remember, it's a $1.25 store now. And now they have the micro stackables. So if they don't have them at your local store, you can go online, dollarstore.com. And from what I understand, you can order the stackables. In case you didn't see my video, you put a hole all the way through and a steel pole, great. You could go back and look at that. But I heard that if you order them, I heard this from multiples of my subscribers, if you order them online and you have them shipped to your local dollar store, Dollar Tree, you don't have to pay the shipping cost. If you have it shipped to your house, you pay the shipping cost. So the seeds are out, the stackables are out, and the micro stackables are out. So that's all you really kind of missed. And Eagles are going to the Super Bowl here, girl. So, when it's not Pittsburgh, I will support the Eagles. But welcome in, Homestead with Anna. I saw your 2 videos. I have to leave a comment, and it was longer, and I loved it. But then I saw a couple of your comments were like just gone, and I was like, oh, I wonder what that means. I wonder if Hannah will be back on Sunday. So yeah, it was just like the comment was removed. I don't know what that was about, but um, yeah, I really liked the pantry challenge video with all the meals, and then the seeds that you got. I paid attention. I watched it. I just have to go back and leave a comment, darling. Um, Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. Hello. Hey, hey, hey. How are you? Happy Sunday. Welcome in. I hope everyone has a blessed week. And the only other thing that I stated, so Hannah's caught up, is when I got a love raid, there was a donation. The full total donation that was made was for $209. And YouTube takes 30 to 40% of that, which is crazy. Not that they sent me out my money, but it looks like it's only going to be like $1.30. So I was saying, if anyone, which Hannah, pretty sure you sent me a $5 donation. Thank you so much. I did receive it. You didn't have to do that, but thank you, thank you. But I was just saying from here on out, if anyone wants to donate, you can go look at the Amazon wish list or just do the Cash App or PayPal, because that is ridiculous for YouTube to get almost 40%. I'm pretty sure it equals out to 40%. If it was 209, or we can round it off to 210, it's like $1.30. So yeah, keep that in mind for anyone else that has a channel. They do take a chunk. Let's see, but welcome in. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. Always a pleasure to see y'all in here. Let's see. Do you need another egg? No. She makes hers different though, Jean. She puts onions and stuff in it. I don't really care for it like that. Don't you know? Which is Debbie, in case you didn't know. I bought a bunch packs of microgreens last year. I grew them in a mason jar with a screen lid. I found the kit at Goodwill. It works great. Yeah, I found my sprouter on Amazon. I just got the lids, with drainage, and I just tilted it. Well, you soak them. We're talking about like alfalfa sprouts or whatever. You can sprout them on your windowsill. They'll be up in a few days. I had my own quart-sized mason jars, so I just bought weights that time because I was fermenting different things, and I bought the lids to sprout greens. So yeah, that's where I found mine on Amazon. And then Boone sent me some microgreens, but they're probably out in that garage with my seeds. So yeah, Cash App takes nothing. That's exactly right. When I saw that, I was like, I need the money so bad. And it's like, I think it was over that actually, because of Miss Grammy Karen and a couple other people at the tail end came in. But I'm just saying, originally what I calculated was like 209, 210, and it's saying 130. So that's like, what, 50, 60 cents? That's like $80 they took. Using PayPal and clicking on the friends and family means you receive more than YouTube Snapchats. Paul, you're gonna have to explain that to me, because I don't know if I'm under the friends and family one. Because I mean, they'll take like 10 cents or like $1, but I did download the Cash App because they take nothing. Me and Jay were trying to figure out how they make money by not taking anything, but we didn't figure it out. Heather says my brother sent me a Cash App once, but it wouldn't transfer it to my debit card, so I had to send it to someone else and give them a cash card and I could use Cash App. Yeah, you have to make sure that you have your bank linked to it, Erin, and then it just goes right over. It's like with PayPal. Someone will send it, I get notified it's there and see that it's there, and I just move it right over to the bank in that app. Like I take it from that app and I put it in. I have a little account, Wells Fargo, that is strictly for everything and anything that anyone's donating to just hopefully find a place. Like I don't dip into that, I don't touch that at all. So Yep, there's the Give, Send, and Go. It needs to be shortened a little bit. God bless Darren. He's the one that wrote it all out because it was Dragon Slayer that suggested it. And she had wrote me a text. I haven't heard from her in a week, but she wrote me a text. She's been busy with family, like her parents. She just said it needs to be shortened a bit. And once that's done, like she said, she would call me to go over it. And then she goes into a lot of channels and she said that she would start dropping that link. So if Gary, if you feel like you want to be able to help my channel out, if you could drop that or maybe my PayPal in your lives or the Cash App, I would greatly appreciate it. That's one way to help. Or you can also just watch the master playlist and that helps as well. When somebody gives a super chat, the person gets 70% and YouTube gets to 30%. I saw something on that the other day. Yep. Cat Lady Homestead Meow. Hello. Hi, happy Sunday. Saying hello, everyone. Hello, Bake a Leg. Hi. Nice to see you here. I don't think I saw you in here before, have I? But it doesn't matter. Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. Happy to see you here. Hope you had a blessed weekend. Yeah, I have to look into that friends and family for sure. Yeah, I see Suzanne saying yes, it's 30% that YouTube keeps off of the super chats. Good to see you. All hugs. Can we just do meow? That's so cute. I like that a lot. Cat Lady Homestead 23. Is that not cute? Yes. I don't know if one stripe counts as stripes. I don't know. No, I just transferred a bank. Okay. Miss Prepping Plumber. Well, hello. How are you? Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy to see you. I did watch quite a few of your videos when I subscribed to you in Mad Shads. If you don't know, she's usually over on, it's her and her hubby. They're usually over on Mad Shad. It's like, what is it? Mr. Prepping Plumber and Mrs. Prepping Plumber. And we played the game and it was the first time I won. I was like, I had a blast, but I didn't get to make it in there this Saturday because of my niece coming in from out of town and stuff like that. So happy to see you in here. Happy Sunday. How are you? I've been liking highs and lows for corn seeds. Really? Yeah, well, listen, I don't know if y'all been looking. I don't usually make my channel political, but we will talk about real current events over here now, to be honest with you. I was watching something the other day. I completely forget what it is. It's like this rancher guy, and he was breaking down like why the eggs are the way they are, and like ground beef is going to be so unaffordable that if you catch a sale or you can support a local farmer, get your ground beef that way because literally, I mean, it's already so expensive, but it's going to become so affordable that you're not going to be able to buy it. So if you can support your local farmer to get a half a cow or a quarter of a cow, do it that way or watch for the sales and then put it up. Lettuce. I don't remember the reason why. I really can't remember, my friends, why they said, but the lettuce, I don't know if it was from drought or like bug infestation, but I noticed on someone else's channel, like, when you get the 6-pack of like romaine, the romaines were like this big. So lettuce was going to be extremely expensive, ground meat. Of course, we know the eggs are a whole other level. Like, I'm really thankful to have chickens right now. And so are they, because Thomas was eating eggs every morning last week. And Jean uses it for like big family events like this. So, I pay $150 a week to be here and, I do other things. So I'm starting this new little thing. I don't have it exactly figured out, but it's going to be like a little bit quicker videos. Some may not. I have a lot of experience, like even at my house. It was before all this stuff that happened in the world. And when you prepare, for an example, if you buy the shredded cheese, it has that waxy film on it. It's no good for you. It really just isn't. You might as well just stop buying it, and it's so expensive. it is cheaper to buy cheese in the block and then just prepare some things in advance. For an example, I have so much garlic. The other day I did a video, you'll see it this week. I have so much more garlic to do, but I was using Jean's grinder and grinding it all up, putting it flat into quart-sized baggies, doing like a line going across with the knife for one up here so you can get the perfect amount for your meals. If you do some prep in advance, like if you chop up a lot of onions or you chop up a lot of garlic, freezer baggie it, and or the silicone baggies. I would love to get silicone baggies even if I'm in my vehicle because you can wash them out. But get them in your freezer, prep in advance, and believe it or not, it will save money. For an example, when you're cutting your onions, a lot of people can't stand cutting onions, but you might as well cut a bunch of them because most likely we all use an onion in practically everything we cook, right? So it's videos like that. First one's going to be on garlic. It's just different little tips. I still have to post. I cracked open like 4 jars of my diced tomatoes, and I was just trying to show, like, if you were really busy with the canning season like I was with my garden, before my whole world fell apart, how you could take the diced tomatoes and turn them into, I always say gravy. My ex-husband was Italian and everything. How you could turn it into like a quick gravy and start getting those jars empty. So just some money tips, some just like, I don't know if you want to call them prepping, but more along the lines of like shopping tips. And if you take those, I have to figure out the title for it, but I did a couple videos for it already. Just ways to save money when you're having to buy groceries, and it may be annoying at that moment to have to deal with a buku amount of garlic or a buku amount of onions, but in the long run, or like a block of cheese, if you're going to cut some of it, you might as well just grate it all and then put some in the fridge and put the rest in the freezer. I mean, that's just how I did it. But back to the corn comment, if Cat Lady Homestead wants to send me an email, I'll see if I have leftover corn seeds and, see what we can do to help you out. Paul has also people check out Mel's Amazon wish list for survival and her SUV. Thank you. Greatly appreciate that. Let's see. What did I, Tiger 454? Did I just miss somebody? Hope not. Let's see. Yep, Rooster's in here. This is Prepping Plumber. Y'all are awesome. Erin says, like I said, Cash App won't transfer any funds to my card. I don't know. Let me see here. And usually, like, I'll get notifications on my watch as long as it's not, like, dead. But I want everybody to be reassured if you had sent something through PayPal or I've received it, eternally grateful. Just thought, anybody, I feel bad when they did that love raid for that kind of money, and YouTube gets 30% of it. So keep that in mind. Let's see. The seeds at my Dollar Tree were 4 for $1. Okay, wasn't up like, because what's it, $1.25 now? I feel like I'm like way close. I thought it was like $1.25 now, but that's what I did. I would go out and buy buco. I don't know, because I have to get pint-sized jars. I'm working on Jean's turkey carcass. I asked her because I knew what she was doing, and I said, Jean, when your Thanksgiving is done for out-of-towners, can I have the carcass? And she said, yeah. So she left it for me when I got back tonight, and it had a good bit of meat on it. And I just put it in a stock pot, covering it with cold water, and I'm going to get as much out of that as humanly possible. And then I have to take my turkey out, and I was talking to Pam, and I was talking to Proud Mom on a couple ideas of what I could do with turkey. So they were like, just cook your turkey as usual. You can do turkey and broth in pint-sized jars. A turkey soup, just don't add pasta into it because it's not approved by the FDA. Or like turkey and vegetables. And I also have a ham that I have to get through. So like maybe a ham and bean soup or like just ham with broth over it. I don't know. So that's what I have coming up. You're going to see a tiramisu where the dogs barked a lot. Sorry, but they did. How to make quick sauce or gravy, whatever you want to call it, from a bunch of diced tomatoes you may have put up. Couple little money saving hacks, I guess we'll call it. I don't know. I'll figure out a good title. And what else? I just posted, I think, my last bean video, um, which I did the hashtag January. I wasn't invited, I just did it because I learned how to pressure can back in what, late spring, early summer, and I don't know why I was so scared. I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm not intimidated to do meats, and I never did beans before, and I love it. I know they say if you don't pre-soak or pre-boil, you know, it's, what is that word in the canning world? It's kind of like, I can't think of it, but anyway, um, but that's how I do my beans, and it's so easy. And originally I thought Pam said put a teaspoon of salt in, and she's like, for a pint it's half a teaspoon. But Proud Mom said don't worry about it because of the factor, like, beans are kind of bland unless you put it with something else. So she said the salt will be fine. So I did a great deal of beans, I think. I would have to do more chickpeas, obviously, but I want to deal with turkey stock right now. And I don't have the basket that goes into, like, I have a Ninja um, Instapot. I do have a different Instapot from the Pioneer Woman, but it's in storage. But I see Hannah has like a basket where you could put everything in that and just pull it, all the bones out with the basket. Yeah, I don't have that. So I'm going to be working on Jean's carcass and that meat. I'm going to start, like even the tops and the skins off your onions, the peels off your carrots, put it in a freezer bag, throw it in your freezer. Waste nothing. Waste nothing in today's world. So as far as like gardening and still like prepping and preparing, I don't want to go away from that, even though my circumstances aren't the greatest. So hopefully I got that all out. Now it feels a little far away, even though I got long arms. Let's see. But yeah, back to the dollar store seeds. Sorry, I got a lot going on up here. I would buy buku. Jay's treated me before. I honestly, even with my circumstances being the way that they are, I don't know, maybe if I'm a little extra nice to Jay, he'll take me to the dollar store. Or he has more access, maybe he'll stop at a dollar store. But yeah, like herbs, lots of zinnias and vegetables and cabbages and stuff, because you know what? You can save those seeds. I was just going to have this topic in a video coming out this week. I'll give you a little tidbit from heirloom to, there's certain seeds you can save and other seeds you can't save. I'll just save it for my video this week. But yeah, I mean, all the dollar store seeds worked, and I want to get a bunch of them because that's food security. Okay? Food security. If you're going to be prepping and preparing, you have to have food security. I mean, I went through a lot of seeds. Obviously, I would normally be ordering from MI Gardener, but no, I think I'd rather just get seeds from the dollar store because who knows what's going to happen. Let me see. Hugs you as well. Let's see. 30-40% is robbery, says Erin. I agree. So it's like now I would have to make up like what? Almost like $80? That's crazy. And there's a clock ticking here, So, I'll stay tuned for that because I love cooking channels. Let's see. Ribs, donuts. Oh yeah. So Jay's running right now. I don't want to get too much into Jay's business. I don't know how much he wants you to know or not know. So, do a slight little health problem. We'll just go with that. He had a really big TV upstairs. I may say the size wrong. I don't know. 75 maybe. And he thought maybe he was just losing it a little bit. So he turned it on today. It was like, tell me if the picture's not dark. And I'm like, it is dark. And he's like, okay, so I'm not nuts. I'm like, no, you're not nuts. So that's what he was previously discussing. And, he can't really be lifting anything too heavy. The TVs are really heavy. So he got a really good deal on a big TV. I don't know. I'm just going to guess, and he'll probably correct me. I don't know if it was 80 or 85-inch TV. So basically, when I went over there, because I told him I would help him, he also said he would pay me, which is neither here nor there. I've known Jay, and believe me, he doesn't go without. Anyway, that was scary. The TV upstairs is a little bit of a fatter back, and it's big. And the both of us got that down the steps on a little dolly, took it to the dumpster. I was nervous about being on the steps with heavy TVs. And then I was like, well, come on, let's get the other one up, because he bought a brand new one. And he's like, oh, you don't want to take a break? I'm like, no, I'm a go-getter. Let's just get it done so I don't have to worry about it. And I'm asking him, like, are you okay? He's making sure I'm okay. And we did it. We got the TVs done, the one out for the trash, which was god-awful heavy going. Up or down a flight of steps with a TV is a hazard, But he paid me $100 for moving the TVs, like helping him with the TVs. So, and the food that he bought for the game was phenomenal. So that was extremely nice. That, he gave me money for helping him. I was just worrying about him and then worrying about myself. Like, neither one of us need to fall down the flight of steps, but we work good together and we're both go-getters. So I said to him, if you can just have patience and wait till Sunday, I'll come over and I'll help you get the old one out, the new one up, and we'll watch the Eagles together. And that's what we did. So, because Jay was writing ribs, donuts, and money. Oh, yeah. So there was also ribs. He bought ribs, scallops, shrimp, steaks, Brussels sprouts. And I said the ribs right. But when we stopped at Wawa, he's like, get a dessert or whatever. Wawa don't really have desserts like that unless you want like Entenmann. So we just got chocolate donuts. And he treated me to a frozen coffee. So overall, it was a very, very good day over there. I was just extremely nervous. I mean, I think it was giving me anxiety about worrying about him or me falling, but we handled it like champs. So he's all good to go. Let's see. And I will be there to watch too, Miss a Prepping Plumber. I'm a fan of all three. Okay. It could be your bank. I'll try to check. Oh, okay. Show videos. Let's see. People, please, if you are a creator and Paul has missed you, please let him know and he will post your links. Hello, Miss Grammy Karen. Hi, how are you? Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Love you, love you, love you. Glad to see that you're here. Tiger454, one of the moderators, wants to know what the Cash App is again. I guess the link. So if you could post the Cash App link again, Miss Grammy Karen, we were just talking about when I got the love rate and it was like 209. YouTube took 30%. I haven't seen any of it yet, but that's a lot. That is a lot. It's craziness. It's like almost like $80 they took. Ridiculous. So I'm just kind of, asking anyone who feels ever so generous or whatever wants to help with my situation to do it through Cash App or through PayPal, not in Super Chats any longer, unless maybe I'm short to get my paycheck or something. I might like say, hey, but no, not on something like that. If I would have known that in advance, I would have made sure the moderators had the Cash App and the PayPal, and I would have told everybody just to go that route. So that's what we're talking about. And some little tips on saving, at the grocery store. Thank you, Paul. Sunset Farm, Ohio, checking in from Ohio. Hello, how are you? Happy Sunday. Hope you had a blessed weekend. Welcome in, welcome in. Me too, Mystic. She says, yeah, but definitely rather you would have got it all. Me too. Of all times when I need it the most, right? And I haven't even seen my paycheck. Like, what the heck is YouTube doing? Come on, YouTube, get it together. But yeah, I really could have used that. Because now I'm looking at this fan that's inside my, well, it's inside my cart on my Amazon wish list of a way for me and the dogs to stay cool if it does get too hot in there. So yeah, nothing will be in that Amazon that's not a prepping, that's very much needed. So I'm already thinking like if this has to go on for a while, might want to look into a fan mill. So I did put a fan in there, but you are more than welcome to check it out, and you don't have to if you don't want to. Let's see. So how you doing, Miss Grammy Karen? Rooting for Bengals today. I'm not rooting for the Bengals whatsoever because, they did some major damage. Well, this could be a topic. I don't know. Want football talk for a second? I feel like once, you probably won't know unless you're familiar. I think it was Pac-Man Jones and Burflick were on the team at the time for the Bengals. And when they did that helmet to helmet, both of them to Antonio Brown, he's never been right in his head ever since. You know what I mean? And they were like out to kill someone. And Shazier having like a minor hit and having major spinal injury. So I'm just not a huge fan of the Bengals because I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan first, Eagles second, because my boys and my friends love the Eagles. And I was born and raised in Pennsylvania, so don't judge. It's like, why don't you love the Eagles? I don't know, because I was raised in Mount Pocono and we rooted for the Steelers there. So no hate. So yeah, that's all I got to say about football. Oh, really, Belt Loop? He says friends and family is just declaring it's not for a purchase, so they don't charge as much as if it were a purchase. Huh. Well, maybe if you're not busy and you still have my number, maybe you can walk me through that on the app to see if I have that set up correctly. Um, let's see. Oh, Tiger 454 is saying, okay, I sent a Cash App. That is much appreciated. Believe me, much appreciated. Like I did previously state for anyone that's coming in, it goes, I have an account with Wells Fargo and it's strictly just for YouTube and donations, obviously. So I greatly appreciate that more than you could ever imagine. Let's see, Melody, when you're registered on PayPal to send to people, there's usually a tab for friends and family with a new charge. So it basically says we are friends or family and PayPal don't take a cut. That's good to know, but it'll still take me out minutes to figure it out. No problem. If you can email me those, I can drop them in the live mail. Thank you so much, Gary. I normally wouldn't do that. I'm still just here. Still didn't find a place. If anyone that has a channel goes live and wants to shout out my Cash App, my PayPal, or my Amazon wish list, or this, I can't even think of the name of it right now. Like I got football in the brain, the Give, Send, Go. I would greatly appreciate that. So thank you so much, Gary. And Shads, yep. Let's see, yes, Paul Honeyman, that is how Stivers and I transfer money to each other, no fee. Well, then I need to get on that and fix that big time because I don't know. I guess if they already took the fees out, I guess I wouldn't get them back. So, let's see. Erin always has a bunch of great questions, doesn't she? Let's see. It's good to see you as well, Big. Yeah, I'm so happy you're in here. There's Joe. He shakes at night because of what Danny wants. If y'all haven't gone to Joe Morgan's channel, I was catching them every day, like for the last, 2 weeks. This week was a little bit different because there was some stuff going on and I caught a couple. And I'm just disappointed I missed Shad's game night on Saturday night, but I'll get back into it. But he does this, what's it called? eat my shorts, you know, freedom lover, speaks his mind. If you have not subscribed to Joe Morgan, please go over and do so and just listen to the things he talks about. It's very, very good. Very good. Let's see. Oh, that's so sweet. Tiger is sending a cat lady, sending you some yellow tomato seeds. Well, that's awesome because I know that the cat lady needs some corn. So like I said, if the cat lady, I'm going to say, wants to send me an email, the moderators will post my email. I'll look. This is a great community here. When someone needs a seed or something, we'll do the best we can to make sure that you get the seed. Let's see. Stock your deep freezer up. Yep, absolutely. Prepping plumber. I'm just going to say prepping plumber because her husband's not in here. Miss Grammy Karen saying, hit the thumbs up when you come in. Anybody watches this back, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. And I don't know, did you catch my cuteness Monday overload? Joe Morgan writes every week under that, like under the video, since we became friendly, like it's either going to be chicken nuggets or something. It's hilarious. But they really seem to like the oatmeal and the raisins. And I was curious by any of my other chicken friends, Rooster, if anyone else does that. And then there's some talk going on, and I'm not going to get into the whole gist of it. Do your own research, but I don't use the particular brand. Is it Alpine? I should have got my facts a little bit more sure of the name. Why do I want to say like Alpo? Anyway, it is a particular chicken feed that is being sold at Tractor Supply that is stopping people's chickens from laying eggs. If you do not believe me, again, please go do your own research, check that out, make your own feed if you have to. I don't use that brand. I'm not planning on ever switching and going to that brand. They're adding something into it that people are writing in, like, of course, chickens slow down in the winter. Like, I'm getting 6 eggs practically a day. Mine are younger, but some type of chemical or something they're putting in it, and people were writing that their chickens are suddenly stop at laying eggs. So just go under Google and type in feed stopping hens from laying eggs, and it'll be all right there for you. I use the bag that I had shown in my video. I can't even think of the name right now offhand. I use that. You can do your own mix. You would have to measure it out, of course. You could do, like, if there's a sale at the store of dried, like, peas, you can give them to your chickens, and the black sunflower oil seeds. The thing that I would have a problem with, I think, is the oats. I think I would have a problem finding that around here. But Devour, I think that's the name of the feed that I use, and I've had no problems, none. So just be very careful if you have hens. And that was the other thing I wanted to bring up, is please make sure you do your own research. You do not have to believe me, but I even went under Twitter, and I think it's the Hodge twins were on there saying, what is this that I'm seeing that they're putting like an HM something, I can't think of the initials, in chicken feed to stop hens from laying eggs? Because I like to go to multiple sources and see if it comes full circle, and I saw it there too, and they're pretty good. So do your own research. That's all I can tell you. Let's see. Yeah, Paul has to get a new car, and Paul sent me an inverter, so I think that's what it's called. And I'm so happy about that. Let's see, lettuce is twice the price and half the size. It's exactly right, Sunset Farm, Ohio. It's exactly what they were talking about, but I don't remember why. I don't know if the bugs got to it or the heat. They're saying the reason, corn's on the list. Corn is definitely on the list, whether it's frozen or in the can, and price is going to go up because of that drought and stuff that they had big time. So yeah, the only thing I can tell you to do is watch for sales and try to support your local farmers. Buy dollar store seeds and grow your own food to the best of your ability. I also saw something about, I don't know when this would take effect. I'm just telling you what I heard. Do your own research. Um, the government wants to get involved in trying to stop people from, like backyard chicken owners, from free ranging their chickens. Okay, whatever. But thought I would tell you that. So yeah, the chicken debacle's going on. Um, no one's going to tell me what to do when it comes to my chickens. I don't care who you are. Um, I made sure, if you have been subscribers for a long time, when I was prepping and preparing with my roommate, well, he wasn't prepping and preparing or gardening or anything, or, spending all his money like I did. But when he wanted me to buy chickens, I made sure I got meat slash, hens, like egg layers. I'm fond of them. Don't get it wrong. I'm very fond of them. I wouldn't want to have to take one of their lives. I really wouldn't. But if it boils down to it, that was the initial reason why I got them, right? Meat birds, egg layers. Yeah, no, I'm not touching those birds. So back to birds. They're saying that if you want chicks, you best get your orders in now, because they're saying like spring and summer is going to be very, very hard to get chicks. So, I mean, you got to step your games up, because we can only depend on ourselves and support our family, or if you have children. A lot of that prepping and preparing that I was doing wasn't just for me, it was to be able to help out. There was a local food bank, I think my first year at Jimmy's with the garden, how prolific it was. Because I used like a bug out seed bag type of seeds, and everything was phenomenal. I donated a lot and was given to the neighbors, and I was putting things up for my own kids who are grown in case they needed food. But these are like the topics that are going on. I wasn't sure if I was going to touch this topic on my live tonight, but I mean, I'm a straight shooter. I won't do politics. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care if you're black, yellow, purple, green. I love everyone, obviously. But when it comes to important things about prices on things, or the stuff that's going on with chickens, if you need to get chicks, get your orders in now. I personally believe in Murray McMurray hatcheries, because I did buku amount of research, and they are the best of the best. If you want good, healthy chicks, then get them from Murray McMurray hatcheries and try to get your orders in soon. Yeah, so that's that rant. Deflation in produce now too. Yeah, it's just crazy. Absolutely crazy, my friends. That is a huge expense for Paul. Yep. Oh, you did timer started. I've been starting seeds this weekend. Well, last Sunday I stated the list, because my video is not out yet. I've been so just crazy busy. On what you could start in January, the end of January: cabbages, broccoli, cauliflower, celery, head lettuce, onions, parsley, any of your herbs. I forgot to mention spinach. And then you could do a lot of your perennial flowers inside by the end of the month as well. But that's what I would recommend you get started on now indoors. Don't jump on the tomatoes. But gardener to gardener, if you watch my videos and my peppers, I think that I started my peppers the 1st of February. It's a jump start, And then a little bit, the 1 year, let's keep it real. I found a really good seed starting mix, and I'm like, let me do my 75 cell count tray. And I did all my peppers and all my tomatoes, and in less than a week they were all up, and that was a lot of work to have to get the covers off, get them all up potted. It was crazy my first year there. So yeah, don't plant too soon, because then you got to deal with how big something is, like peas or whatever. I wouldn't recommend, honestly. You have to plant a lot of peas to get a lot of peas. Remember that. But you could definitely give a jump start to your cabbage. I did the purple cabbage. I did the Copenhagen. No, yeah, I did the I was thinking cauliflower. I did the purple cauliflower, um, your broccoli, your cabbage, your celery. You know why? Because when it comes to the brassicas, and if you give them a little bit of a row cover, they can usually handle it. Do not put them outside until they are a little bit more well established. And two, you want to get a harvest out of them before those bugs come in. I said that multiple times. So, yeah, that's my list, which is cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, and I swear by the purple cauliflower. Swear by it. The yellow, the snowball cauliflower. I was a little late getting it in. I got a few, but the bugs. Same with my Brussels sprouts. I got the harlequin beetle, and you don't want that in your garden because that can desecrate a lot of things. But yeah, if you're trying to do like a head lettuce, you can do like a cut and grow again lettuce inside your house too, but lettuce is astronomically expensive. So it's lettuce, ground meat, the eggs, the corn, and I wanted to tell you about the chicken feed. And if anyone wants chicks, to make sure you please get those orders in advance. Okay, let's see. A small thing of cottage cheese was $5.99. A tiny thing of lettuce was $3.99. I remember huge was 99 cents. Exactly, Mystic. Absolutely. Most of the problem these days is the government trying to force farmers to provide for the vegans. It's killing off the rural farmland. Yeah, part way I believe that. And I feel like when the situation happened, for an example, the bird flu. This gentleman, next Sunday, I'll have the name of the channel and then you can go watch it yourself. But he was talking about wild birds, is what kind of spread that. And then they kind of came in like, if one person in, say, like, on a farmer's property that has buku amount of chickens said that they felt slightly sick, they were like, it's the bird flu, kill them all. And that's really what was happening. So keep that in mind, killing us from the inside out. I have a tendency to be scatterbrained, so if I say hello to somebody more than once, it's because I can't remember. I do that all the time, Gary, so no need to apologize, my dear friend. Meldam, yes, eggs expensive, you cook. Came with food plus, you pay room rentals, shoot, yeah. But you know what, honestly, I'm not going to talk poop on anyone. It's not my make and model. She's been very, very nice to me. They order out. They're knocking on the door like, dinner time. She's been very, very nice to me. She did say to me today, I really want to see, get off the Ensures, Mel, and get a little bit more protein. I said, I feel like I'm doing a little bit better, trying to eat more here. She said, yeah, Thomas is like, oh, you need like 9 big meals. Jean's like, no, she doesn't. She just needs 6 smaller meals. But I mean, if Jean cooks, I wash dishes or I'll help out, or I made a lasagna because she cooked the one day, or the Golumkis because she cooks. You know what I mean? It has greatly improved. I said this last Sunday. We get along. She cracks jokes with me. She calls me mean girl or fat butt or whatever. Does it mean that I'm going to get an extension? I don't know, and I'm not banking on that. And I'm not going to hold that against her, honestly, if I do have to go. It is her home. But we totally talk so much more here now than that time before. And just, what was it? Friday night? Today's Sunday. Last night. Thomas usually treats on Saturdays. Jean makes some treat. And she knocked on my bedroom door. I had a migraine. And she's like, Mel, we're ordering from the sandwich place. Do you want something? And I was like, oh, is that where you're ordering from? Like, ready to get my card or whatever. She said, yeah, but you don't have to get a hoagie from there. You want chicken fingers and french fries? And I was like, okay. And they're paying for it, But I mean, and I helped her out, like disinfected and did this, that, and the third because I knew she was having company. Now tomorrow I will go around with like Clorox bleach wipes and disinfect doorknobs and door handles because of people being sick. I don't want to get sick. But she's been very, very nice to me and very good to my dogs. And yeah, so we are getting along, and I'm grateful for that. She loaned me, this is Jean's jersey. She said, I just want it back because I'm hoping I can fit back into it someday, she said. But in case you're just coming in, this is Jean's jersey that she loaned me with this black shirt because I thought I grabbed a white or a black turtleneck when I was out with Jay because I can't find my winter stuff. And I don't have it here. So she loaned me these two things and the pants my niece bought and gave them to me. And this is Jay's hat. So she's been lovely. She is getting $150 a week. And I am trying to be fair. If they make something, like at first I wasn't doing any of that. And I felt extremely uncomfortable. But if they're going to be persistent, like we'll eat in here in the dining room. If they're going to be persistent, I'm not going to argue back. Like, even if I don't want to eat, I will eat with them. So I'm trying to feel like it's a 50-50. Even though I am paying, I understand exactly what you're saying, Erin. So, and maybe they treat on Saturdays because I do pay $150 a week. And yeah, so I mean, she's been very nice. When I said I felt sick this morning, she's like, oh, that would be me. Sorry, Mel. And I was like, I haven't been sick in over 4 or 5 years. But anyway, moral of my story is we'll just have to wait to see if she extends it. I don't know, but I can't hate her if she doesn't, right? Let's see. Let's see. Hello, LP. How are you? Happy Sunday. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're well, lurking and listening while cleaning. Well, welcome in. And I hope that you had a lovely weekend. Saving money tips and shopping tips would be great. Yeah, because I have a lot of them, Sunset Farm, and I don't know what it was because I still have garlic I have to deal with. I'm trying to make sure that I have certain things to be out there, and garlic came to mind, and I try to use my time wisely when Jean isn't here. What do I mean by that? I don't want to be under her feet. Um, you know, and all this garlic, I don't want to waste it, so freeze it. Or you're going to be chopping up however many onions, chop up some more and put them in the freezer, you know. And I know freezer space is valuable. I do say that in the video, and I'm like flat it big time, you know. But even like me asking Jean if I could have her turkey bones and whatever, she had to wait for me when I got here, and I was like, thank you so much. So that will help out, you know. But yeah, I just felt this need to do like these little quick money, little saving tips. I don't know. I need a good title for it. So somebody shoot me with a title, and that will be the title for the videos. So Sunset Farm, Ohio said saving money tips, shopping tips would be great. Let's see. Everyone's still saying, Laura, there she is. Hey there, Mel. Sorry I've been MIA, but I've had the worst week ever. I'm sure you have. I've had migraines and just not really feeling good. So I understand. You can hit me up. Glad to see you here. But you can hit me up whenever you want via phone. But hello, Laura. Welcome in. Sorry to hear that you didn't have the greatest week, because I was just going to say, I hope you had a good weekend. Mystic says, I need to stock up on shelf stable bone broth. Unfortunately, I believe once you open it, you have to put it in the fridge. That is true. I did some bone broth, but it's dark, and it is, I mean, I probably left it on a little too long, and it's deep, and it is definitely an acquired taste. But I only did like 3 quarts of that, so that's not the end of the world. But right now, what I'm trying to get accomplished from Jean's is turkey broth and put some turkey up. Plus, I have 2 other turkeys I got to deal with and a ham. So, let's see. Sorry that I say let's see all the time, but I don't ever know what else to say. Gary says, gotta run for now. Gary, thank you so much for coming in. Go Eagles. I don't know. Anybody know who won or lost with that Bengals game? And yes, if you can send me an email, Gary, I will give you, or you can just actually go under my description and the links are under there. But thank you so much. Thanks, everyone. It was just a week full of bad luck, I guess. Oh no, you're going to have to fill me in. I used the turkey carcass for making lots of turkey broth, and the turkey scraps go into the dog food. That's interesting. I heard if you cook it down so much that the bones will literally like disintegrate, but I'm not giving that to my dogs. Me personally, my turkey is going to be used for a lot of the meat, obviously. A couple of the ideas I wrote in my notepad, I think one was turkey, I'm going to say chicken. Turkey with turkey broth, pints. Um, Turkey soup, pints. That's two things. What else are we talking about? Turkey and vegetables was the third one. And then I think it was just the turkey broth. I think Proud Mom said stuff as much protein as you can in the jar, meaning like vegetables, you know. And then I said, I was going to do a turkey soup. Can I add pasta to it? And they both said no, because it's not FDA approved. So that's some of the ideas with jeans. I'm going to see how much meat I can still get off of that turkey because it looked like a lot. And maybe I'll be able to get some jarred up, but I want that strictly for turkey broth because I have one chicken, a whole roaster chicken, I think, in this freezer down here to make chicken broth. So if I'm out there, even if I have to leave some here, because I did discuss to Thomas about what about a holding fee if my food has to stay here, I'm going to have to stay in the radius to keep coming back here to get more jars or drop off jars, you know. So just trying to figure out what to do with some bulky things that are in the freezer that I want to put up, you know. So let's see. Let's see if this week goes better for Laura. Me too. May this week be much better. Sauce from canned diced tomatoes would be great. Well, I did a quickie little video on that when I was making them lasagna. I feel like I should have showed the lasagna, but I have a really good lasagna on my channel. If one of the moderators can find that video, I think it's under Come Cook With Me. This one was using the dried shells, and now I'm kind of mad at myself because I'm like, gosh, I should have done that because I packed it like 8 layers. But basically that video was, I put up a lot of diced tomatoes. When you're trying to get out of the garden and you want to, it's just easier, chop, chop, chop. You know what I mean? And it's just a quickie little video about how I'm making lasagna, but let me show you what you could do with a lot of those diced tomatoes. And I pretty much just show you, I mean, I overflowed it once, but that video will be out this week. I don't think I have any more bean canning videos that's done. So tiramisu, the how to take the diced tomatoes, turning it into a gravy or a sauce. The garlic video. I don't know. I have some more on my phone that I need to upload. Tomorrow will be the chickens, of course, and I'm going to do the oatmeal and raisins again because they seem to like it, and I'm going to have to feed them and do all that stuff because, you know. But I feel like they're wasting it on the ground. I really do. So when they knock that stuff all out, like the feed or the corns on the ground, they are tearing into the black oiled sunflowers. So I'm going to have to get more of that. When I see it on the ground, I won't do it the next day. Just depends on how much they get all over. I'll just have them eat it off the ground because they knock it all over anyway. And I'm not wasting any of it. So Monday is the girls' cuteness overload. And I thought that was cute. They really did like the oatmeal. So I might do that once a week. Because I have extra oatmeal, you know, and give them the raisins and the oatmeal. So I had to go out a little before 3 a.m. this morning to get my son to take him to the ER. He had almost sliced his finger off. Oh my gosh. I was there till 7 a.m. in the hospital. You know, I remember when my son did that with a dog food can. No way. Blood just splattered everywhere all over me in my kitchen. Almost gave me a heart attack. Oh my goodness. I hope that he's okay, Laura. Kids, they're going to cause us to have a stroke, right? Hopefully this morning was the last of the bad luck. Hopefully. Hopefully. Yeah, she's just tired because she works in the morning and deals with a lot of kids. Voon is improving on that part, but she just, deals with a lot of little kids in the morning at work. I see a lot of people canning cream of soups. I didn't. I only saw one channel do that, and that was Simple Living Alaska. And they did, I think, a cream of celery. I think it was. Or it was a cream of mushroom. And she very much trusted it. Her neighbors did it. And they're still using that throughout the winter, and nobody's been sick. So normally it's not recommended, to do that. And with the Canuary, I've met some great, wonderful people that were watching my videos. I think the one where I did all the meats, like the steak, the chicken, this bean, that bean, it was like I literally said, I don't know how people can do such a big canning and make the video smaller. It's, I think, up over 400. So thank you for doing the Canuary. And I'm like, oh, okay. Sutton Days does that. But yeah, I just decided that I would do it to just kind of show, like, if I can be new at it, and I was learning the beans and whatnot, not so much the meat don't scare me. But if I have a question, I go to my go-to. But yeah, that's got a lot of views, and just some older ones when it comes to like those stackables. It's just crazy. Um, it says that it's not safe or recommended on home canning because of botulism. That's why I appreciate and trust you, Mel, because you can see my way. Yeah, like I said, I have not done it. But Simple Living Alaska has done it. She did say it's not in the canning book. Oh, the word earlier was a rebel canner. Like if you're not soaking your beans or you're not, pre-boiling them, they consider that to be rebellish a little bit, but not really. Even the big channels, they don't really soak them because then you end up with really mushy beans. So that's the reason why I don't do it. And I do say that in my videos, but canning beans is very easy. Now, the cream soups, I don't know. I don't know. I do trust Simple Living Alaska, so maybe her recipe, but I don't know. She added a lot to her recipe and it might be a tad bit complicated. But me personally, I'm not doing any of the cream things yet. I would, but I'm trying to find food that I can stock up on. Most are canned peaches, 100% juice, canned pears, yep, juice, canned sweet potatoes. Yeah, Mystic. Fruit cocktails, like I did that. Aldi's, here's a tip for you, which I'll be giving these tips in this new little food thing that I'm going to be doing. Like, did you see all the canned goods I had to move out? It's because, like, if I went to Aldi's this one week and wasn't going to go the other week, I bought 2 cases. I bought fruit cocktail, 2 different types, that one time. The following week, I think I picked up chunked pineapple and crushed pineapple, 2 cases, boom, done. Cranberry sauce, 1 case, done. I mean, that's just how I did it. He had nothing when I got there. He had a jar of peanut butter. Jean just said very recently she's curious to see how he's doing. She said it was just a low down, shitty thing that he did to you, which we all know it was. But yeah, so that's how I was doing it. And then the same with the corn. Like, honestly, cream corn. If you can do it, go to Aldi's. Get a case or 2 of whole kernel corn and a case or 2 of cream corn. And that's that. I knew that the prices of tomato products were going to go up a while ago, and I bought a bunch of diced tomatoes, even though I put up a bunch, and tomato paste, and I had a big can of San Marzano. So, little bit each time, but I feel like I can't really say I did it that way. If I was going to Aldi's, like I did a big food shop and a ShopRite, olive oils, things like that, because that's the other thing is olive oil is going to go up. Needless to say, go to Aldi's and you can get, which is what I did. I bought a bunch of cases all at once. Let's just keep it real. Soups, chunky soups. I don't usually eat them. I went back to scratch cooking. Oh, I don't know, 10 or 12 years ago with my kids. Maybe 10. But I bought chunky soups. I bought a bunch of different cases and big things of oatmeal and stuff like that. So, but I went to Steel Oats. I want to try them and see if I like them before I go and buy them in like a big bulk. Let's see. Remember to use the orange and honey for your throat, Boone. We love Boone, don't we? Paul Honeyman, just try to do an audio call. He's no bigger than Mel, just taller, and his clothes were soaked in blood. Oh my goodness. I wish they made shelf stable smoothies. In the powder, like I have protein, and it has a pretty long shelf life. Another thing is evaporated milk and sweetened condensed milk I stocked up on. So you can go back and look at those videos. Oh, I can't even read it out loud, Laura. I'll throw up. But I'm glad he's okay, honest to goodness. Good night, Melody. Time for bed. See you next time. Bye, Debbie. I hope that you have a fantastic week. Let me show this real quick that Jay got me, and Thomas and Jean opened it, and I was like, what is it exactly? Plus, I couldn't get it to make a noise. I guess if you're fidgety or whatever. Now, Debbie, my old neighbor, is writing me. But see, I guess if you have, maybe it'll help when my anxiety gets on my nerves. You just push the things in, and then you just, I guess, push them out. I don't know if they make a noise going out. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it. Jay just got me this out of Wawa today. It looks like a Wawa coffee cup. So I'm sure fingers, I'll be playing with that. I think it's a pop thing. But have a good night, Deb. And yes, definitely see you next time. Have a fantastic and safe week. Let's see. I'm trying to scroll. Yeah, stay safe, stay healthy. Absolutely enjoyed having you here. I'll see you next Sunday. Just have a great week. She's like, oops, sorry, you're live. I just saw that. Oh, Paul, that's funny. You and Aaron. Does anyone know if any company sells shelf smoothies, or did I just answer that? I think I want to try those greens. What is the name of that? Something greens, and it's a little scoop. You put it in the bottle, you shake it up, and you get all your vitamins. I will look that up, Mystic, and give you the name to that. But smoothie, like in a powder, I wouldn't know about. I just know about protein because I always try to gain weight and I mix it with ice cream and blend it up. But I don't know about that. I will look into that. Let me see. So, shelf smoothies, like in the powder. I'll look into that. For Mystic. Let's see. Melody, wonderful people. I wish you a great week. 6 a.m. comes early. Love you, Boone. Have a great week with all the kiddos. And glad to see you here this week. And yeah, we'll see you next Sunday, as long as you're not exhausted. But love you. Let's see. And I might be pulling out that AeroGarden that Boone sent me for Christmas and get that growing some greens. Let's see. Well, the Eagles will be playing the Chiefs. Oh, wow, really? Tiger? Well, he has a bum foot, right? He has a problem with his ankle. Okay, well, the Eagles better bring it because I don't want the Chiefs to win. You know what it is for me? I'm very I like sports, I'm a competitive person, but when the same people go to the Super Bowl, it just irritates me. Like Tom Brady. Granted, he's the GOAT, right? Or like my man, Ben Roethlisberger, but I don't want to see the Chiefs there again. So hopefully the Eagles will win. We'll see what happens. But thank you for the update. I appreciate it. At least it's not the Bengals. I'm glad they're out. So let's see. But thank you, Tiger, for that. Let's see. Love you, Boone. Let's see. I love my girl, Boone. I love y'all. I never got any broken bone. Me neither. Well, I broke a toe a couple times, but that's a whole other story. Hello, Blue Self-Reliance. Mwah. Honey, right back to you. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Hope you're well. Let's see. Bengals lost. I'm so happy, Sunset Farm. Thank you, thank you. Like, that's fair. It's just a game to me. Yeah, it's just a game to me too, but I'd be like, honestly, lunatic, screaming at the TV if it was Pittsburgh. I yelled a little bit for the Eagles because I want my kids to be happy. The boys love the Eagles. And yeah, you know, may the better team win, I guess. Let's see. No, you don't set up the PayPal tabs. People get the offer you usually on their first tab sent to you. Oh, I didn't know that. But whatever you just did, you'll have to do that again during the week. We're coming for your Eagles, Mel. Oh no. No, you are not a Chiefs fan. Rooster. No. Well, they're going to push him to play and he's going to be done. Because he has a bad ankle, right? Mm-mm-mm. Suzanne puts laugh out loud, Rooster. Rooster, you can have her Eagles. I'm chasing her buns. Paul, you crack me up. Wish I could send more, but I have my land payment coming. Oh my gosh, no, Tiger, seriously. Greatly appreciate whatever. Was just trying to explain, like, I would never tell any of my subscribers to do that again in the super chats because they didn't realize they were going to take 30-40%. That's nuts. And I haven't even seen it yet. If anybody wants to donate, PayPal or the Cash App. But thank you to anyone that helps me out, honest to God. Never explain, believe me. Tiger says Joe Morgan rocks. He does, he does, he does. Has had to deal with too much. Oh, should I read this one? You're not going to make me get all choked up, right? I think he wants brownie points. He likes my outfit today. Thank you, everyone that can help Melody. That woman has had to deal with too much due to assholes taking advantage of her generosity. Yes, I'm talking about her last roommate, that asshole. I appreciate that, Paul, big time. Really appreciate that. Now I have your seeds boxed and ready to go out into the mail and moving. Hopefully you get them this week, girl. Yay, I'm so excited. Debbie, who was on here, who's now was going to bed, right? A couple people said that the dollar store seeds are out. So I'm trying to tell everybody to go get dollar seeds. I want to get dollar seeds, but can't afford them. Even though they're for $1, I'm trying to find a place to live, you know? But, oh, I'm excited for that, Laura. You're just a bomb diggity. Love you, girl. Demore. Suzanne. Seriously, girl, you are like on point. She is one heck of a moderator, Paul. No. Okay, about the chicken feed again. That's the brand that I'm on is Demore. As long as you're 16 and above with the protein, your chickens will lay eggs, but you know, you don't want to go to certain brands because they apparently have this MS something in it and it stops your hens from laying. Hi, Sherry. Saying hi, Mel. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Yep. Mystic saying, I've heard about the feed. Stop the supply. You control the food. Yep. There are brands that I remember. Demore produces Pride of Tractor Supply. Well, I use Demore, but I think it's, I don't know why I keep wanting to say Alpo. Alpine or Alpo. That's the brand that's really going all over to where they added something into the ingredients to stop your hens from laying eggs. Well, when it boils down to that, I don't. So they're suggesting you go to mom and pop shops if you have that, or like, I guess the bigger companies besides like a Tractor Supply because all the crazy new stuff that they're doing. But I can tell you that's just what I use. And I forget the brand. I mean, it's just in the feed from what I understand. But again, do your own research. Do your own research because I love yous. I don't used to be steered in the wrong direction. My hens haven't stopped laying, thankfully. Eggs are worth more than gold right now. That is so true. I'm going to put out a short. My last egg short didn't do good. I don't know. I think it was like YouTube. But but I did this video where like my egg cartons were on the thing. I couldn't get them all in the frame because you got to be quick. And I said, tell me you're rich without telling me you're rich. So stay tuned for that short. And when you see it, please give it a thumbs up. Okay. I've heard red pepper flakes help with worms if they have them. Mystic, true. Peppers, hot pepper seeds, they don't taste them. Oregano, rosemary, you can mix in with some scrambled eggs and go out and feed it to them, and they're fine. That's if you have a sick chicken or I haven't had to deal with worms. It's not in their poop or anything like that because I'm very particular about my hens. I like to think I'm a good chicken mom, but I can't tell my hens apart. So I think they're $5 or $8. They're like these little things you can put around their wrist. They're different colors, so you can name them and tell them apart. So yeah. But yeah, you can do rosemary, oregano, mix it in with some eggs or inside with their oatmeal that I just did, and that keeps them healthy too. And also pumpkins and squash. Just the seeds that it's a natural dewormer. Facts on that one. Why would TS do that? That would be cutting their own throat business wise. Sunset Farm, Ohio. Yep. Okay, don't nobody judge me, but I'm just not a huge fan of their channel anymore because it's just went a whole other direction. I mean, but Off Grid with Doug and Stacy has really sincerely changed a lot. He put out a video about it, but he was good this time, his time before he wasn't so good. And, if you really want to watch someone that's really insightful, you know who I'm going to recommend? I'm telling you right now, it's going to be Appalachian Homestead. Patera. She just said about where she gets her feed. She talks about it on there in case y'all don't believe me. Go to her. And Doug from Off Grid with Doug and Stacy talked about it too, but I don't like what he did a little ways back to Appalachian Homestead, So, again, do your own research. I don't know. Why would they do that? Think about that. Think about that. The shortage of eggs. And then when the eggs come in, like Jean said, from the stores, they have a very short shelf life. Their expiration date's running out too quick. That is true, Paul. Should I read it out loud? He's talking to Laura, my friend, saying, meaning my ex-roommate, he should have definitely compensated Mel for all the work she did in the house and the garden for him to be able to sell it. Yep, that's so true. Everything is crazy. Tried to get canned Gatorade. Walmart wanted almost $25 for can and shipping. Well, that's a little bit crazy. I don't know. Would that be... Remember when ShopRite used to do the can sale? I don't know if they're still doing that, but keep your eye out on that. You may just have to watch the sales every week, Mystic. You're going to have to cut coupons, like the powdered iced tea. It would normally be like $70, like for 4 C's. But when they have their can sale, you can get that for like $3-4. But I don't know because of the chain, the food chain, and what's going on, It's just craziness. Absolutely craziness. With free shipping, rather. Well, depends on how big it is, though. I don't know. You'd have to see if that's really worth it for you. $25 for Gatorade in the powdered form compared to going to Aldi's and getting some cases of corn, some cases of like sliced potatoes or whole potatoes in the can, because you can always fry those bad boys up, rinse them off, and cases of soup. What else did I say? Yeah. So I can't tell you what to do. You can only decide what's important for you. You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh my goodness, Erin, that is too sweet. She's talking to Paul. She says, Paul, He did not deserve such a wonderful roommate like Mel. She's a rare one. ... It's sickening how he treated her. You guys are the best. And it is true. They have been told to do it by the government. They are trying to stop all farmers from supplying food unless it's organic or for vegans. Well, last but not least, but I will go through more of the comments. I'm going to say this. I bought Special K. You might look at me and be like, why? You're so skinny. Why would you buy Special K? You know why? Because I refuse. Be a label reader now. Check out your boxes of cereal. Look at them. Kix, Cheerios. Hello? Has anybody seen what they're writing on the box now? Or like your flowers? Bioengineered, ring a bell? Go under Google and type in bioengineered. That's what they're injecting into the food. And it's a whole other level. It's a whole other level. So Special K did not have bioengineered on the box. And that's why I bought it. I will not eat anything. I'm reading labels and I'm thin as a rail. I am not eating anything that's bioengineered. Think what you want. Say what you want. But just do your own research. If there's a will or a way for them to maybe put something on our food, don't mind. I lost my one earring. If there's a will or a way for them to put maybe something in our food that maybe some of us didn't want, you can look at it that way. Number 2, they're talking about like roaches and bugs and stuff like that, grind it down into flours. I mean, I really pay attention. When I was doing all that stocking and the garden, did you think I didn't know this stuff? Like 4 years, 5 years ago, I was saying stuff like this was going to happen and nobody wanted to believe me. Or my daughter, who's vegan, and says, we're never going to run out of food. Okay. But you know what? You have to protect you. I have to protect me. You have to do what's best for you. But bioengineered food, I told my niece, you better stop buying that crap for my great nieces and nephews. My daughter even said it was on the boxes for Adeline and Gavin, my grandchildren. And I'm like, yeah, no. She eats, a cereal that tastes like cardboard. But Special K, in case you were interested in this, Special K does not have anything altering in it, but it's called bioengineered. Look it up. Let's see. Everything is just so expensive anymore. That is very true. Another thing is going to be like this little series that I'm doing because I want to be in touch with the things that I love: gardening, prepping, preparing, portion control. Stay tuned for during the week. Honestly, my friends. 2 brands of chicken feed that are causing chickens to quit laying. I used to more. I haven't had to buy it recently, to be honest with you. And I have 6 chickens that are not even a year old. And I'm getting sometimes 6 eggs a day. On a bad day, I'm getting like 3. You know what I mean? But you want to stretch your food, ferment it. Ferment your feed. It's not on the list from what I read, but whatever. You just have to do what's best for you. So I don't know. I just wanted to bring that to y'all's attention. I didn't even hear about Pride. I'm telling you, it's something else. It's decreased protein content in the feed. You can always increase protein by the mealyworms or the black fly larvae. You can add that extra protein in that they might be taking out. Chickens need to have protein in order to lay eggs. So it might not be like a specific chemical people are thinking that they're putting in there. It's lacking the right amount of protein. Anything 16 and above on feed is good for chickens, But read the ingredients and check the number on the protein. Now, I feed my chickens back their own eggshells. We're doing good so far. And I think Jean and Thomas are appreciating the factor that I have chickens this time. We'll see. I hatched my own. I won't be buying anymore. Well, that's good, Laura, because it said people are going to have a hard time getting chicks this spring and summer. Anyone in Arkansas looking for chicks, check out Jeff Groovy Eggs bobblehead. But now it's Jeff at Groovy Eggs Farm. That is another route you could go if you know somebody within the YouTube community. Go to them to try to get chicks. I can only recommend Murray McMurray Hatcheries. That's where I got mine from. But my point is to move quicker. Maybe don't wait so late into spring to get your chicks. For anybody that's watching this back. Let me keep going. I started my peppers and eggplants early too because they are slow growing. Absolutely. But for my peppers, normally, it's like the second week of February with my eggplants. And then the one year I did do it, the first week of February, and I was like, was it hugely drastically different? Maybe by a smidge, but not much. So I would definitely say the second week, we'll get everything ready first week. But the second week, which that'll be these videos I put out, the second week of February, you could start your peppers and your eggplants. Now, I might sound like a hypocrite by what I'm about ready to say. You could start your hot peppers, your hot peppers right now, because they take a long time to germinate and just a long time to grow. So I forgot that on my list when I was reading those things off last week, which was, in case you were not here, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, celery, head lettuce, onions, parsley, many of your perennial flowers you could start inside. Your herbs, I forgot spinach last week, and I forgot hot peppers. So that's for by the end of January, okay? He does have meat birds also, I think, Laura. Why does everybody seem to plant nightshades? Why? But hello, Wizard. Happy Sunday. I don't know, maybe just because they like them. You know, you have to just go for what, like, you like. Like, I like brassicas. Love peppers. I don't care how many peppers I freeze. I did do some peppers in quart-sized jars in water and pressure canned it. So I don't want everything all vinegared all the time. But yeah, like, I love me some brassicas. I don't know. I guess everybody's got their own thing on what they want, what they like. But I will say this, please only plant this season. It's really important. If you can grow more, plant more, do some square foot gardening. I have plenty of videos on that, and look at how my stuff came out. But only plant the things that you and your family need, want, and are going to eat. Okay? $2.15 for peppers and eggplants here. Yeah, but I'm saying if you want to jump start, because eggplants take a hot minute, the peppers take a hot minute, but hot peppers should be in the list for the end of January. So if you didn't start those things now. I'm just giving you a little bit of a, because what is today's date? I'm even late putting out the video, so Sunday the 29th. So my video will probably be out on Tuesday on what you can plant at the end of January. And then I'll try to stay on top of February. Promise you all. Let's see. I love to grow shelled peas since nothing else is growing up the trellis. I do tons. Growing up the trellis, you know what I really liked? Blue Swan. Oh, I have to think. I'm going to have a brain fart. They look like the butter beans, but they were like the swan beans. If you go back to my video, they were nice. And another bean I grew up trellis too. The Chinese red noodle bean. Me personally wouldn't grow them again. I just didn't really eat them a lot. Kentucky pole beans grow up really, really good. But I love me my bush beans. I love bush beans. Love, love, love them. I usually plant my brassicas in the fall garden. Well, you can also plant now, get your cabbages and stuff like that going. You will be harvesting them So let's say you start them now. Um, when did I put mine out? Nope, I put mine out in March. So March, April, May, June, I was already ripping them out, already harvesting them. You got to learn to do things concession sewing. I had quite a different, you know, but that's when I planted mine because they can handle cold, and I had a row cover, so they might have went out the end of February. But I was picking them like May, and then you don't have to deal with any of the bugs that attack the cabbages, the broccoli, the cauliflower. You know, you don't have to deal with any of that. And then say come June, start your seeds for your fall. Stick with me. We'll do a whole gardening season, even though I may not be gardening this year. I'll go along with you. Um, yeah, I mean, I never used to know about a fall garden until I did a fall garden, and I love fall gardens. Sherry says, sounds good. Lay eggs and still tries to find a home for extra roosters. Yeah, but he also gave, oh my gosh, help me out, Paul. I'm going to brain fart. Simple Life Reclaims brother. They were meat birds because they said they were going to use them for meat birds. So, evening, bake a leg. Evening, everyone. Hello, Steel and Tree. How are you? You might have to go back, catch up. I know I'm probably behind per usual, but it happens. What do you use on your face? Your skin is low. Wait, what? I feel like I woke up here and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting some crow's lines. I'm getting a little this here. I use, hold on. I'm going to forget what I use. Hold that. Paul, hold that. I'm going to show you what I use. Hold on. Okay, sorry, folks. I won't normally do that, but I have so much in my mind I can't even think. Okay, so I use Aveeno right there. Before Aveeno, Seroquel or something it was called, I used to use that, and I used the St. Ives. But I use I use the gloves, and I will exfoliate my face twice a week. This I just started because I felt like I was looking really haggard. This is Collagen Advanced MD Face Serum. Improves looks of fine lines, tones, and wrinkles. Right here, I found it at TJ Maxx. See right there, it says collagen. Whoops, sorry folks. So yeah, comes in a box, and this literally was like $5. I just started doing it. Like I wash my face in the morning with just this, and then when you use really hot water, go over your face with cold water, and then I just dab it. And I feel like my face is improving a little bit from this. So I used to have a really great face regimen, but then life got difficult. So sorry that I had to walk away. Hopefully that helped. Some more apple turnovers. I have 4. I still didn't eat, but I did eat 2 in one night. Let's see. Roosters. Okay. Eggland's best eggs are back down to $5.40 here in North Carolina. Really? Eggs here are $7 a dozen. $7. Mel, did they give you a specific? Nope, not yet. Not yet. Return my underwear and I'll consider bringing you to the store. Well, I don't have underwear, Jay, but I have your hat. All right. For a dollar store run, maybe you'll get your hat back. No, I'm just kidding. Paul's laughing. Jay, go back to the football stadium and take them off the flagpole where you left them. Wizard, off to bed. Night, y'all. Wizard, thank you. Have a wonderful week. Thanks for coming in. Stay safe, stay blessed. The stick's laughing at Paul too. Oh, Paul's funny. Thank you, Wizard, for coming in. He's sobered up. If you want to visit, I'm at St. Mary's CCU. What? You're just joshing right now, right? You meant to say like ICU? No, you're not. Pinch Penny Party? I'm still listening, just watching the party. KC, both number one seed. Should be a good Super Bowl. Chiefs won. Oh boy, Rooster. Oh boy. I want food to take with us if need be. Yup. I'm on a 90% liquid diet and can't have anything with high fiber or high fat. Okay. You're definitely going to have to read the ingredients. Laura says, I need to get me some broth canned up also. I think I'm about used up all mine. Yep, I'm working on that this week. Pinching Penny pausing. Oh, I see where you were going with that. Let's see. Sunset Farm, Ohio. If I decide to use that, I will give you definitely a shout out for that. Need high calories too. Pinching Penny partners. Pinching pennies just might even be good, you know? I don't know. We'll see. That will be out this week though. I'll holler at you after. Okay, thank you, Laura. They do sell bone broth in powdered form. Just add water. They look to Gatorade or water for flavoring tubes. Okay. Boards with foods. I could imagine. Hi, beautiful friends. Healthy, wealthy, and blessed. Hope you're having a great night and a wonderful week. I hope you are too, Kat. I saw your video pop up the other day. I will come over there and I will watch it, I promise. But welcome in, welcome in. I didn't know that they sold them like that. I'll definitely check it out. Everyone say hello to Kat. Unfortunately, we don't have ones near us yet. I've never done a cream soup, either beans or simple. If you soak them for wanting to use them for a softer bean, then make great refried beans. Yeah, I didn't do any of mine like that. Teresa Shan says, did I miss it? Well, you might have to go back and watch the beginning. Next month is National Canning Month, and canned foods usually go on sale. Is it really National Canning Month? Huh. Don't you just like how I invited myself on the Canuary? But I had a lot to can, and I just didn't always put in the title. I did it in the description, like hashtag Canuary. But yeah, I had beans I had to get done. Remind me of that next week, Tiger. Everything will go up because of supply chain issues or just because they can now. Yep, we all have to support each other and just, hope for the best. Joe Serrano, hello. Hello, Melody. Better late than never. We'll try to watch the first 90 minutes tomorrow. Okay, love you. Joe, thank you. What was that for, Paul? Let's see, Mel's lasagna video. Oh, Suzanne, you're amazing. Thank you, thank you. You gotta pop it, laugh out loud. I'm having trouble popping my jars with like a butter knife. I don't know where the thing is. Plus, it was not the right one. I think Pam said she was going to send me like the wider one, but I don't know. I should stock up on protein drinks too. Yeah, like I have Ensures and stuff. Not the ones I like, but I have them. I'll say here, you can trust the advice, recommendations to people who are a real deal and won't steer you wrong. Erin, that is so nice of you to tell Mystic that. We really do try here in this community, whether it's gardening, worldly things, what we can do to not be so frightened and have enough food and some of us do have to look at the price tags, you know? Um, unicorn purse made from the poppets. Oh, really? That's so cute. Best shakes you can make is a berry milk. Oh, berry with milk. Paul must have spilled his drink. Oh, that might be it. You might be right. That's so funny. Paul, did you really spill your drink? AG1. Athletic Greens. There it is, folks. That's Paul's the bomb diggity. Athletic Greens, AG1. I would like to do some business with them. I'm going to actually write it down because, you know, my things don't pop up right away. Okay, so Athletic Greens, they are not obviously sponsoring me. Basically, what it is, Mystic or anybody else wants to know, it's like powdered and it has vegetables and stuff in it so that you get your daily dose. You mix it with a little bit of water, you just shake it and you drink it. I have to do a tiny bit more looking into it, but I'm very much interested in it myself, you know. Yep, the AG1 green powder. Yep, I want that really bad because that would be so good for me. Mel, I'll call you this week. I'm exhausted heading to my shower and off to bed. Take care. Says, thank you, Rooster. Yeah, give me a call like Monday or Tuesday if you're available. Missed ya. And thank you for coming in. And boo, can't believe they won. So me and you are going to go head to head, right, Rooster? Love you, my friend. 50%, 90% look for good diet. Really a smoothie, but I have been using it for the last 3 months. Yeah, I mean, I hear a lot of really like good things, so for sure. But good night, Rooster. Stay safe. Love you. Do you have grocery outlets there? Here, Teresa, I don't think so. There's Aldi's, there's Giant, there's ShopRite, there's Sam's, there's BJ's. If that helps any, there is some ice in it, Paul. Would make it thicker. Teresa's saying, hello, you guys. Let's see. Mel, okay, I know. When she sees good, I figured that out. Yep. There goes about Paige. So I hate to see it happen to anyone who lives in a tent for months in a stranger's front yard. Thank God for them. Oh, Tiger. I know. God only knows what's going to happen. Can't even. I wish I could have a chicken. Eggs are getting so expensive. They really are, Sherry. If you have a way of getting some chicks, go for it. Yes, that's terrible. Those hurricanes. Can just add water to it. Yep. Prepper bag. I've been promising my bug out bag. It's not really a bug out bag if it's been in your car for 4 years, 3 years. I'm doing that this week because I want to clean that out too. So I'm going to show you what my SUV looks like. And I'm going to show you, and I do need an extra bug out bag because I have, mine's well over 50 pounds, has tools and stuff in it. But I'm going to do the video. Again, I think I said this last week, I was going to do the video, but it rained here and the weather was crappy. But if you see things that I'm missing, please don't hesitate under the video. You're not going to hurt my feelings and say, girl, you need this or that, the third, whatever. Okay. I love squash too, Sherry, for real. Yep, you just give them pumpkins. Let's see. I don't like what Doug did to Patera also. Yep. Calling her a liar. That is right. Sunset Farm, Ohio. I agree 10,000%. Love Patera. She's a straight shooter, and I love her. I'm really a straight shooter, but sometimes you have to watch the platform you're on. You know, she has a lot more subscribers than I do. Let's see. Paul is very cheeky. We all love Paul. I'm a little cheeky too. Let's see. Jay says Melody's tips are real and they're spectacular. My tips. Paul says, laugh out loud, Jay. You're making it too easy for me, buddy. You'll love them though when I send you the picture. If you don't mind Amazon, you can get the big 4.78 pound can of powdered Gatorade for like 11. Really? That's good. You just found that. For Mystic, Tiger. That's great. I'll have to look into that. Millie's tips are like the old radio knobs for turning the stations. Shut up, Paul. Oh, I knew you were going to have something to say to that one. Yuppie, yuppie, yuppa. Let's see, I'm just going to scroll. If I missed anything, I'm sorry, because you just know how I am. Love y'all, like, tremendously. Cereal. Honestly, I hate buying it. Yep. Stay away from the camera, girl. You know you just steam up the lens when you get too close. Paul. So let me show Paul this. You know. And I said to Jean this morning, I was like, I don't know, I'm seeing my legs and I feel like I look like a toothpick. And she's like, Mel, your legs are toothpicks. Because of these pants that my niece got me. Let me see if I could do this right. But they are super cute. Let's see if I could go this way. No, probably not. Let's see if I can figure this out so I could show you. I'm going to have to go pretty low, I think. Look, the whole thing, they're like, let me go up a little bit. The whole thing is like workout pants. See that? So I got quite a few amount of compliments when I was out in the store with Jay today. Look, all the way up the butt, it's Eagles. A couple ladies, older ladies, were like, yeah, they're like the best looking Eagles pants I've seen. I'm like, listen, if I'm wearing Eagles clothes, I'm going to make it look good. So, yeah, all the way down. Look at that. Oh, you can't see. Oh, my goodness gracious. All over the butt, all down the leg. That's what I wore today. So, I am eagled out for sure. So, that's for Paul. Smells hot. Maybe if this got fixed, I would have a little bit more confidence, but yeah, no. Now I have pepper seeds in that package. It's not peppers also, so you won't have to buy them. There is also beans in it. I don't know what all is. I just threw seeds in it, laugh out loud. I'm excited. When should I expect that? Or too many beans also means too much gas. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Country Road Cure, yep. Anthony and Roxanne. They did actually say they were going to kill some of those birds for meat. I wonder if that would get rid of the wrinkles on my ass. Well, Mel's only getting to that now. Wizard said goodnight 40 minutes ago. Sorry. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I asked him where I got a wrinkle on it. Let me see. Let's go like this. So did he see it? Hello, Mona. Sifting some soil and more is Mona. I felt out toothpicks. I use toothpicks after all my meals. Now, I know people used to say, like in school, like, can I borrow one of your legs? I got something stuck in my teeth. I've heard all that. But to go out, and what was it like, Jay? 4 women were just like, oh, I really like those Eagle pants, or whoa, they're like the best Eagle pants I've seen. So I was like, I said to my niece, you know, the pants were a hit and they fit. But on that note, we have 31 thumbs up, 11 people in here. Sorry, Mona. Paul was it. Paul, we already know Mel is your meals. Mel, hopefully you should get it one day this week. Awesomeness. Don't get used to this whole Eagles gear. Once the Super Bowl's over, I'm not wearing it anymore. But I wish I had, oh, see, there's only certain people I can say, like, if you are looking for something, they can really find it. Could you imagine? Could just picture, hold on. Could you imagine these Eagle pants in Pittsburgh Steelers? Yo, for real, that would be badass. Badass. Okay, I'm gonna have to talk to Jay to see if he can find me some of these, this workout pants with it being Pittsburgh Steelers. But not too bad. Made it to the end. And thank you for that, Laura. Now Mel's caught up. 0.25 minutes late. You know what, Paul? Kiss it. Okay? Kiss it and call it a month. Sorry. I'm trying to talk to everyone. How are you doing, Mel? Mona, I'm hanging in there. It's all the best that I can really do, for now. Still no date of when I have to leave here. And stay tuned for the bug out bag, the vehicle, some more like cooking videos. I do a cheap, inexpensive, well, you might not think it's cheap. Depends on how you buy the sausage. I did a quick meat sauce. So yeah, these little quick like money saving tips is coming out for food because you notice I'm doing a lot of food here. But thank you for asking, Mona. I really do appreciate it. Mel, you really do. Yep, they have them in Steelers also. I need them. I don't know, from the NFL shop, they probably want way too much money for that. Oh, look, Mystic writes, NFL shop has them, Mel. Yeah, but they're like probably an arm and a leg. No thanks. But that would be cute though, wouldn't it? So great big shout out. I don't know, whatever this thing is called. I'm probably just gonna, I don't know, do something with it. Jay got it for me. And maybe me and Jay will get to the Dollar Tree, or Jay will get to the Dollar Tree, but most likely not. Jay likes to make me go with him everywhere. But you heard what he said in here. But maybe we'll get there and we'll get some seeds and see what we could find at our local, Dollar Trees around here, or he has one up near him. We'll take a look, see what we can get, and then I will show you that maybe by next Sunday. Now I say this noise is going to be annoying. Okay, so maybe we can get that off the list, and maybe I'll be able to show you some seeds next Sunday. Also, I wanted to say something else before I get off here because I'm pushing it with Paul. Indiana Backyard Gardener wanted me to share this link she sent to my phone to my community tab. They're doing the seed sharing thing. It's a little complicated, but go check her out, her video on it, because I couldn't get it to share. And you know me, I love Adrian. So I also wanted to give that little shout out that they're doing like a seed swap. So if you're interested in that, go over there and check that out. And just stay tuned for these, I don't know, money saving, pinching pennies type of videos, And I fell out after my bedtime, sweetie. I know, I just said you were going to kill me. $41, Mystic. Are you kidding me for these? Really? Oh my gosh. I don't know. To me, though, $41 would be a lot. I mean, would be not too bad and a small, but I can't worry about that right now. I have to worry about somewhere to live. No, I wouldn't get them from there either. They have them at other places. Okay. Are the Steelers Super Bowl race? No, they made it to the playoffs, but they're a whole new team this year without Ben Roethlisberger. So I'm not like really upset. I was kind of ticked because if they would have done slightly better, then Miami wouldn't have been able to knock them out. But that's okay. My son even said it. They're going to be an amazing team next year. So they're not in it this year, and I'm okay with that. I'm repping Eagles for Johnny, Jarrett, even Jay, who's a pain in my butt sometimes, but I love him, and he loves me too. Don't let him get it twisted. And yeah, 2448. Shut the back door. Did she really just say 2448? Are you putting them in like workout pants at Amazon? No way. I'm gonna have to check that out. It's a rebuilding year. Yes, it is. Sunset Farm, Ohio. That's what my son said. They're rebuilding. He thinks the Pittsburgh is going to be a fabulous team next year. And yeah, you mail seeds to Indiana Backyard Gardener, and she just distributes them. But she has a video out. Thank you for that, Suzanne. She does have a video out. Bushed paint leggings. Oh, is that what they're called? Bushed. Hold on, Paul, one more second. Paint leggings. Huh. I wouldn't wear those suckers all the time. But anyway, so stay tuned to the videos. Love yous all. Whatever I can do, while I'm here, tips, tricks, little things to save you money at the store, whether it's chopping garlic or chopping onions. I'll do the best I can do. We'll see what Jay's schedule's like. Maybe we'll try to go to Dollar Tree and see what they have for seeds there. And the video will be out on the bug out bag. The video will be out on a couple recipes and something else. Oh, what you can plant at the end of January. So on that note, thank you everyone, sincerely. Love hanging out with you. It's been a blast. Gotta let Paul go to bed or he will kill me. But yeah, watch the videos. If you watch this back and you may not be a subscriber, maybe think about subscribing. If you can help me out by running that master playlist, I would greatly appreciate it. And thumbs up to the videos. Y'all are awesome. And I know this is going to be silly, but I might just hold this up at the end of my video. Stay happy, stay blessed, stay safe, and love you all. Go Eagles. I tried to say go Pittsburgh. Go Eagles. And I will see you throughout the week and next Sunday. So, love and hugs from Pennsylvania. Love yous all. Love you, Paul. Thank you to all the moderators. You are awesome. My subscribers are awesome. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everyone.